everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of the GameKnights audio podcast. I am your host, Swag, and I am joined by my good friend, gamer, and co-host, K-Wing.
Hey, what's up, radio fans? It's K-Wing here, and we're back for another stellar episode of GameKnights Episode 2. And it should be a pretty awesome show as usual.
Yes, we do have a lot to talk about today. We're going to kick things off here with some news, and then we're going to head it on over to K-Wing. He's going to do the new releases, and I have a ton of stuff to report to you guys this week, because last Wednesday I got to go to the Guitar Hero Metallica media party. On Thursday I went to the EA Sports media party where they showed off some of their interesting new releases that they're going to have this year. And on Friday, I got hands-on with the new Nintendo DSi, and that's going to be coming up later in the program. So we have an absolute jam-packed episode today. Yep,
and we're wishing everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. K-Wing, I believe you are part Irish, correct?
Yep, corned beef and cabbage today.
Oh, boy. And haggis.
No haggis.
Aw. Meat shoved in a wee sheep's stomach.
we got soda bread, though, but it's a cheap imitation kind that you get at Walmart.
Oh, well, that's no good. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to get into the news. Hey, if I can get news with a swag. Ah, yes, those are our new little clips that we got there, courtesy of K-Wing. So we're going to have some of these new little audio clips in there to make us sound hopefully a little more professional today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
All right, so the first piece of news we've got a press release from Namco about Tekken 6. There are a couple trailers out there already, but they were sending out new art assets. And I had a chance to check out the new trailer. And, you know, I have to say I'm not convinced. I'm not totally impressed. I don't know how really popular even 3D fighters are anymore. I mean, the Soul Calibur series is still kind of going on. But I also like the fact that with Soul Calibur you have weapons, and Tekken it's still... you know, hand-to-hand melee.
Fisticuffs, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I've never been a huge fan of 3D fighters anyway. I've always really enjoyed, Samurai Showdown, Darkstalkers, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. I played, like, Tekken 1 and 2, and, you know, I still play some of the Soul Calibur ones, but that's pretty much it as far as the 3D games. How about you, Kaylee? Do you actually play any 3D fighting games at all?
I stick with Soul Calibur and then the classic 2D like Street Fighter, all those, you know, even Fatal Fury and Samurai Showdown. I would rather do that. But I do have to say that Street Fighter 4 was a very good 3D fighter, and Soul Calibur 4 was very impressive.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously the graphics are stepped up a notch, and this is the first one for the next gen systems. But you know, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's as of right now. I mean, Tekken 5 did get some pretty good reviews, but but by the time you get to number 6, I don't know. Unless they really step it up with something interesting, I might just have to pass on it. Next, we have some new expansions coming out for Final Fantasy XI. Does anybody even still play Final Fantasy XI?
They made an 11th game?
Yeah, well, it's an MMO. Final Fantasy XI is their MMO that came out. Oh, geez, like 6 years ago, something like that. That's when they first introduced the hard drive for the PS2.
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy XI came out with the hard drive. One of the add-on scenarios is called A Crystalline Prophecy. An Ode of Life Bestowing, but and each of those are $10 each. I guess if each of the add-ons are only $10, I mean the game can't be doing that good anyway. But I never played it, and again, I think I only know one person who ever played Final Fantasy XI. Most people graduated to World of Warcraft once that came out.
Yeah, we need a boo sound effect.
Do we? Oh yeah. Well, we can do that
next time.
Fear 2 Project Origin. There is a brand new map pack coming out called Toy Soldier in April, and that will be a free download. So for those of you that may have already bought Fear 2 and are kind of getting tired of it, well, there will be new DLC for that coming out in April. Also, this is actually pretty exciting. BioWare also just announced that they are working on a new epic RPG with a new dark fantasy twist, and it is called Dragon Age Origins. If you guys don't remember, BioWare created Knights of the Old Republic, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It really is. If it's not on my top 10, it's definitely in my top 20 games of all time. I must have played through that game at least 4 times. Did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic, K-Wing?
Oh, yeah. Knights of the Old Republic. That was a pretty sweet game.
Yeah.
That came out on PC also, didn't it?
Yes, I actually did play it on PC, as a matter of fact. I didn't. Yeah. It was an Xbox exclusive for the consoles, but it did come out for PC, which is the one that I played it for, and I loved it. Absolutely fantastic.
Fun game.
And then the last thing we've got here is that there's another Street Fighter 4 costumes pack that you can download called the Shadaloo pack, and this is $3.99. And you know, it's really ridiculous. This downloadable content for Street Fighter 4 is really just over the top, because you know each one of these packs is like $4, and they've already got like a dozen of them. But by the time you're downloading just all the ones that they have right now, that's already more than like $60. That's already more than the cost of the game.
They should make a special edition where you can get these extra add-ons.
Yeah, and it's just like making them all. I just don't feel that they even give you enough in these packs. It's like usually for $4 you get, you know, like 4 new costumes, and that's it. And it's just like that. It just seems like way too much of a ripoff to me. And you know, it's just, everything around Street Fighter 4 is just like, you know, the fact that that it's not bundled with an arcade stick. You have to go out and buy another arcade stick, and now you have, you know, all this downloadable content. It's like by the time that you're done, you know, buying the game, the stick, and all the downloadable stuff, it's like it ends up being like a $250 game. Ridiculous.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, it's just absolutely way too much. But anyway, I am done with my rant, so it is time to check out some of the new releases for the week.
This week's releases with K-Wing.
Sweet. We're actually going to start with the multi-platform. Swag went to the Resident Evil 5 thing, and that came out on both the PS3 and the 360. And from what I've heard, it's actually a pretty decent game, although I haven't gotten to play it yet. For the PSP, we have SBK Superbike World Championship, Resistance Retribution, and Scrabble, and the Prince of Persia Rival Swords and Prince of Persia Revelations bundle pack, which should be pretty interesting. And then, of course, for the Wii, you have the Ready to Rumble Revolution, the Rune Factory Frontier, and the No More Heroes Red Steel bundle. What were you going to say, Swag?
The Prince of Persia bundle. What is that? What consoles is that for?
That's for the PSP only.
PSP only. I see.
Yep. Rival Swords and the Revelation bundle.
Right.
And then for WiiWare, we had one game come out. It's called Bit Trip Beat, whatever that is. And a Commodore 64 game has hit the Virtual Console, and Summer Games 2, which I really don't have any info about that.
You know, actually, you know, now that you mention, I do know about Summer Games a little bit, because the company that makes it, I'm blanking on their name right now. But
wasn't Ultra Games, was it?
No. It's a budget title company. Destineer, that's what it is. Destineer came by and they showed us the first summer sports game, which, you know, it's essentially a Wii Sports clone. But the thing that was, like, you know, exciting for them to show off was the fact that you could do lawn darts. Now, lawn darts are actually illegal in the United States. And
yeah, they are.
A lot of other countries too. So that was one of the things that they were really excited. Oh, you can, you know, now you can actually play lawn darts in the U.S. So I don't know if that's still kind of the driving force for Summer Sports 2, but it's definitely a budget title, so, buyer beware.